Whatnot Live versus eBay Live. Which one is better for your Pokemon TCG business in 2026? That is the big question. That is something that I myself have been trying to figure out, as well as Jordan and Paul, the three of us here at Walker Armory, who have been doing this business now for about 4 months as an online Pokemon TCG store. And so in this video, I want to talk to you about both platforms, what we found our experiences to be, and what our plans are going forward when it comes to live streams and the rip and ship business model of having a Pokemon store in 2026. But I do want to mention something very exciting for us is we are going to our first card show in Sheffield on April 12th. So that's coming up in a few days now. We're going, we don't have a booth or anything, we don't have a stall, but we're just going to go around. We're going to bulk up our own personal collection. So we're all after a few things. I'm trying to complete my Mega Attack binder for English and Japanese. I want both because I think it would just be really cool side by side. So I'm trying to fill some of that out. And yeah, we just want to go experience it, interact with people, meet people, just talk to some of the vendors and just see how it would go to get our own stall at a card show sometime soon, hopefully. So if you do see me or see us, then come say hi and come chat with us. And if you are after Japanese, Korean, or Chinese packs, singles, boxes, come let us know. And we'll be happy to chat with you and see what we can do and connect. Like, we have even had some businesses reaching out to us as well. So if if you're a business, come chat to us. If you're looking to get started in this, or you're already a business, you want to collaborate on in some way, shape, or form, then absolutely let us know. And it'd be cool to chat with people just about Pokemon and what you guys are all collecting. So shout out to the show that we'll be going to on the 12th. Now, the idea behind whether or not you should stream on eBay Live, Whatnot Live, which one is better, are they both just equally good, that sort of thing. It's important to understand why you even want to do live streaming in the beginning of a Pokemon business anyway, right? And I think it's fundamentally important, or has been to us, to even see growth initially to get us to this point, right? 4 months on from when we started. And right now, we're in a very good position. We've got a lot of stock. If you actually check our store, I'm just looking at it right now as I'm filming this. There's so much stock that we have available. Every box we have loose packs of. So every single product you can get individual packs from, and you can get full boxes. We have so much here that you can get of the 3 different Asian languages. So it's really awesome. We have these little gem pack blind bags, which are really cool. They're like 3 random gem packs. They got like some badges, some stickers, some little goodies, and it's pretty cool. So we've got like all these things. We've got the 30th anniversary collection for Chinese, and so it's really cool. We got a lot of stuff going on, and I just want to chat with you guys about, like, okay, initially when you're growing the business, we found it's really important to do the live streams because initially nobody knows that you sell cards, right? Jordan, who is Walker Armory, he's been doing 3D printing for almost 10 years now. He's got his store, walkerarmory.com, and you can go get 3D prints if you want to there. But when he had this idea to, like, he was struggling to get English cards for his daughter and just collect himself, and just getting really frustrated with the fact he would go to a shop and there's just nothing on the shelves anymore. And then he was looking into like Asian cards because his wife is Japanese, his daughter is half Japanese. He's been to Japan a lot, and he was like looking at Japanese collecting and Japanese packs, and then he got into like building this business as an actual shop, an online store, via getting distribution from Japan. And so that's what he started with. And then he realized, like, okay, how am I going to actually build this? Nobody knows who I am. And I'm not just going to run all these expensive ads for no reason. So let's get into the live stream, in which case he brought me on because I have been a full-time streamer for 5 years now. I've been streaming on Twitch for like 8 years. I'm in the video game space, and that's what I know. Some people even have recognized me already from WoW and Twitch and stuff. So that's kind of cool to have that crossover. But he brought me on to be the content guy. And I love Pokemon as well. I've been collecting for years. So I came on initially to do these live streams component, and he was going to handle the rest. So that's how we started running things. And so I started to do these live streams because Whatnot was really building in popularity over the last few months, definitely. And so we did a few live streams to get through a lot of product quite quickly, just see how that goes, and we found it was miraculous. We could go on the store one sale every few days in the first couple weeks of this business. But then once we jumped on live streams on Whatnot, I mean, we're doing a grand in sales in a 4 hour stream, and then the next stream maybe we do like 500, and then like 600. Like these streams were fantastic. The only problem was that we were fully selling out of all of our stock. We can't really go live with 3 boxes of stuff and like a couple loose packs. So we were actually selling ourselves out, and we were on this supply chain problem because our initial investment was very low. We were trying to get product in, and then we were selling it out immediately with the live streams, and then needing to wait to get the delivery in again. And so there was this backlog before we could go live. So we haven't been able to do daily streams yet, and that's something that we have coming up soon. But very much so, Whatnot enabled us to grow the business rapidly initially, because we could get through so much product so quickly. And then also, like, you're not really supposed to self promote. We try not to self promote when you're on Whatnot, to like push people to our store, because ultimately things are more expensive on the live streams, and I think everybody's kind of aware of that. We have our online store where you can get our products way cheaper. Well, not way cheaper, but probably £5-10 cheaper for boxes. Sometimes even less than that. So we can do products cheaper on our website, but nobody knows about our website. And when you're new and you don't, you're not Chaos Cards, you're not some of these big card websites. Nobody really knows you, so they don't necessarily trust you. And we've even been finding people buy small orders on our website just to test the waters, see how the product's delivered. Is it legit? Are they fake or are they real? And obviously everything's legit. We do very quick delivery. We do same day shipping before 3 p.m. I think we even do 24-hour tracked shipping as well. So we just get it out there for you. But the cool thing with the live streams is that people can build a community, and they want to open up the packs, but they kind of want to enjoy it with people. And that's what I think the benefit is of the live streams, is people get to communicate with you directly, the seller. People get to put a face to a name. I'm adamant that I want my face on camera when doing the pack rips, because I don't want to look like I'm in some, cave, like, Tony. I don't want to be Tony Stark trying to build the Iron Man suit for a Pokemon live stream. That's how it seems sometimes. And I want to have my face there, and people can see who we are, hear our voices, and chat with us. And I think that's really important for me, and was like one of my conditions for coming on board, is I'm going to be on camera for this. So that's what we found with Whatnot initially, is we could sell product very, very quickly. The fees were a bit higher though. Like, the reason you charge more is not to like fleece people. You're genuinely charging more because there's a fee. You're paying, I think it's something like a 10-15% fee. Plus, every transaction you getting charged a small amount on top of that. So like, we tried doing singles initially, and then we scrapped that very quickly, because trying to do singles, you're losing money basically if you try and do not like low quality singles, but not like inexpensive singles, right? Inexpensive singles. So like, ARs and stuff that you kind of are quite common ARs. And so we stopped doing the singles because it was eating just too much into any level of profit. But we started doing rip to your hits and full boxes, and we found that really became our like little niche that we were happy with. The problem is that our sales kind of dropped, because if you're only doing rip to your hits and only doing boxes, people have to jump in for like 15-20 pounds a time or more for full boxes. And it's quite expensive for people to jump in and buy like a full box. So we found that our sales would like drop off, and we'd only get a couple sales per hour. And to be honest, like, the streams aren't as fun when you're not selling stuff, because it is fun to like constantly be doing something. You get into a rhythm with opening up packs, and then people are grabbing things, and it's really quite fun if you have these constant sales. But we found with Whatnot, it kind of seems like a little bit more like the Wild West there. Like, people are kind of doing these things that are maybe go against sort of anti-gambling laws and stuff. You have these box breaks. A box break is where you buy a slot. So there'll be a set that they're opening, let's say 151. The seller will sell 35 slots. You buy a slot for £25 or whatever, you then get randomly assigned a Pokemon from that list in the set. So let's say you get a Wartortle, or you get Dragonair. You've paid an amount of money. You only get something if when they open, let's say 50 packs, if that Pokemon shows up in those packs. So you're paying a fee and you're not even receiving anything. So that's kind of that at that point, I believe, just becomes outright gambling because you're potentially just losing something with not getting anything. The difference is with something like a Rip Till You Hit is that you're guaranteed an AR or better. You're guaranteed packs, you're guaranteed cards. So that's where that's where you're okay. But yeah, there's like some things that just like the platform seems a bit weird sometimes with some of the services that people are offering. And also it's just become very noisy on Whatnot, very busy. There's a lot of people streaming there. So we found that it was like harder to kind of fight for views and customers and stuff. And also that seems to be running on an algorithm. So if you're not selling, your viewer count is going to drop. You're not getting pushed to as many people. So you need to and you need to be live like every day. If you're not live consistently with like streams that people can bookmark, then you just drop off. You need people bookmarking your stream, liking your stream, commenting in your stream, but also buying things. And like there's a lot more pressure, it feels, on Whatnot. But it's still a very good platform. You can jump in very quickly. It's very easy to set up, and you can just go live and start. So that's cool. That is a big boon there. And there's definitely some people that are interested there in like building up a community. What we then found with eBay is it's a little bit more like it's a little bit more chic. It's a little bit more red carpet. You get an account manager. They sort of invite you in, and they sort of like help manage you. You schedule events and streams and things, and it just seems a little bit more bougie, if you will. But eBay is obviously this like very known company, respectable company. You know what you're getting with eBay, and they have a reputation already established. I think Whatnot is still building that up, right? So eBay live streams are really quite cool. I still think they need to go a long way to helping push that. It's quite difficult to see that there's even an eBay live. A lot of people watching this video will probably initially go, wait, eBay has a live section? They do, but when somebody's live, like somebody has to be live and then you have to go on their page and then you can see that they're live. It's kind of awkward. It's not just on the main page that there's all the eBay live stuff, but I think they're building up to that. They're getting the UI to be a lot better and improving a lot of that stuff in general. I mean, even just bringing up eBay here. What we found with eBay has been really like it's been really good. They seem to have these like monthly like stream events and stuff that are going on. There's always sort of like something that they're doing. There's like some cool events and activities that are going on. So we've been enjoying being part of those. We also, what's really nice is we can have all of our singles there. We have hundreds of singles. We really love, like we've been making some business decisions where we've bought up a bunch of E-series because we just, all three of us think E-series are really cool. And if we think they're cool, then hopefully somebody else out there thinks they're cool and probably wants to come check them out. Like, look at that Ursaring, bro. How's that not one of the best cards? So yeah, we've got some of those. We've got some like Asian language ARs and even some SRs, I believe, as well. But we've got a lot of singles here, so we've just got tons of them. We can list them, but then we can also advertise those when we go live, and it's really easy for people to kind of just like we can direct people to our store on eBay, which is really, really nice. So we are going sort of. We're going to take one foot out of Whatnot and focus a little bit more on eBay here. That's our plan going forward, is to really focus on eBay. I'm about to move house in the next 2 weeks. I'm going to go 4-5 days a week, eBay live streams, longer streams, 4+ hours every day, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours maybe, where we're going to have bookmark streams, daily streams. You guys are going to be able to come in. We're going to do like special single streams. We'll do packs. We'll do all kinds of cool events and stuff, and we'll have all the Riptee hits and everything there as well. So that's our plan. That's what we've been thinking. But initially, the value of just being live on a platform, I think, is invaluable. It's helped us scale up so much quicker. And now we're at a point where, because we were getting these guaranteed sales, because we could generate enough revenue to get in enough stock, where we could just stock up our website. We can now run ads. And I'm not going to lie to you, the ads are where it's at. But maybe that's something I talk about in another video because I don't want this one to go on too long. But we've been very, very happy with how things have been building. But guys, check us out, Walker Armory. We're going to be at the Pokemon show in Sheffield. I just want to double check what the Sheffield show April. I want to just double check the name of it. Was it the Collector Show? 12th of April, the Collector Show. That's where we're going to be. If you see us, come say hi, and maybe we can even do some trades with you. If you've got any Mega Attacks, hit me up. I'll be after them. So yeah, really, really cool. If you want to help me out as well, use code CYBEAR for 5% off, and that makes it seem like some of these videos are really helping us as well with push that out. But let us know in the comments, how have you guys been finding the live streams? What do you like about them? What do you dislike about some of them? Are there things that you wish streamers would be doing more of, less of? Let us know, because we'd really like to, I want to give the best stream experience possible. That's so important to me beyond any sales. I want to have a good show. But if you want to come and just chat about Pokemon, please come do. If you see us live, we just want to, geek out with you guys and chat Pokemon and let us know what you're collecting at the moment. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully this has been a bit of an informative video, and stay tuned for more updates.